Hi, my name's Doug from Urban Athlete. I'm bringing you a post-workout stretch, just something to cool things off and bring you back to a good recovery zone. Have you start in a half kneeling position, just like this. Let's take 1 foot out in front, 1 foot trailing behind. We're gonna take a time to bring our attention to our hips, just a little tuck here. And after you've gotten your tuck down, you lean a little bit. You might feel a long stretch down the front of your leg. From here, we're gonna reach up high. Kind of shoot some fire through your fingertips so you're really reaching, and then you're gonna take this towards the wall. So I feel a long stretch from my fingertips up here, all the way through my side body, really inside this kind of groin, the front of my hip, all the way down to the top of my knee. Come on up. And what I'm gonna do with this leg is I'm gonna walk this foot open a little bit. I'm gonna drop down with both hands, create some space for myself in my hip, and then I'm gonna dig this back toe into the ground and lift my knee up off the ground. From here, I'm gonna reach up, reach for the sky. This hand's gonna drop behind my ear, and then I'm gonna track my elbow as close to the ground as I can get. Obviously, I can't touch, but I can get a really good stretch for my my left hip, up in here, deep into my hamstring, up near my glutes. You can drop your hand to the ground, knee to the ground, and then we're gonna switch. So other foot comes up front. You start in kind of a tall half kneeling position, taking care of my hip, a little tuck, a little lean. There's my hip flexor, there's my quad getting a stretch. And now here's my reach, fingertips fire, and then I lean away from the window towards the room. Inhale here, get a little taller. Exhale here, deepen the stretch. Let's come back up to a central position and walk that foot over. Kind of a 45-degree angle from your body. I'm trying to create some openness in my hip. So when I reach for the ground, I've got room for my body to tuck in there. Toe tucks, knee lifts. Here's my big opening stretch. Hand tracks behind my ear, and then elbow to ground. I got a little bit more movement on this side. I knew that going into it. So if you find that one side feels a lot different than the other, that's the way it goes. I'm rocking a little bit, massaging the hip crease, hands to the ground. Now we're gonna drop both knees behind you and sit back on your backside. Kind of scooch up on your mat. We're gonna roll back real slow. Take your knees with you. Pull the knees into your chest. You can pull the nose up to knees, but then relax. Make your spine long, make your neck long. Relax the back of your head on the mat. Keep this squeeze on though. You should feel a lot of release in your lower back. We'll let go of one leg at a time. Massage the hip again. Pull in, release the other leg. Massage the hip. From here, we're just gonna go for a good old-fashioned figure 4 stretch. So reaching through here. Again, my goal is to keep my head and shoulders down. My neck stays long on the mat, so I'm not hating this, but I'm trying to enjoy this. Gonna release this leg and we'll switch. Create some openness, again, back in the hip. Figure 4, drop your shoulder, neck, head to the ground. Maybe a little rock. You can drop both of your heels to the ground. Place your hands on your belly, maybe one on your belly, one on your chest, and take 3 big breaths in and out. Last breath together. Right on. So you should feel pretty good in that recovery. Hard to go right back at it, but yeah, here we go.